How's everyone going? Steve here. Well, Sunday afternoon. I'm trying to work everything out. I'm just going to get my iPad going and see if I can read comments why I'm going live. Hopefully you can hear me. I'll just log into YouTube. I might log in under my other account so that hopefully I can see what's going on and see whether you can hear me. Well, I can see my picture. One watching, that's probably me. So there's a bit of a delay, so I'll turn the sound down. So I'm sitting in the backyard, got the rotisserie going behind me there. I've been trying to do a video on this new cooking rack for a few weeks and haven't been able to. But I thought I'll get it going today. Hopefully a few more people get on there in a second and see what I'm up to. But it's bloody been hot, hasn't it? I've got a drink around here somewhere. Got the old ice machine going and got a bit of rum and coke in there. But been flat out at work and we were going to go away last weekend, but we had off and we were bloody crook. Had a few days off work. Wasn't able to get out anywhere, but looking forward to maybe going away next weekend. I've got 5 people on there now, so a few people have tuned in. Just let me write a comment down, let me know whether you can hear me, see me, all that sort of thing. I'm just using my iPhone over there on a stand and looking down at my iPad occasionally just to see if there's any comments or anything written down there. I'll see if I can see any messages. Got 4 people on there still, so I might ask Annie in there. Annie, can you hear and see me all right on this thing? So what's everyone been up to today? Been cooking a roast like me for Sunday tea, or been out and about exploring. I've been watching old Rob the Wanderer and old Phil Demiano. Everyone's probably YouTubed out after Phil today. He was on there for over 2 hours, I think. But good to see him getting out and still putting a bit of content up. He's been having trouble with his computer and hasn't been able to do any editing on his computer. I always use my little iPad here, but and I just use my iPhone and my little GoPros for shooting up all my videos. But just depends what you're used to and how you use it. Hopefully the wind's not too bad. Got 6 people on there. Annie just put a message up, said she can see me and hear me, but she's sitting inside, so she can probably hear me anyway. Been using the new mug I got off Horizon Touring. Dave from Horizon Touring Products the other day. If you're after some good mugs, get on his website and check them out. Absolutely fantastic. He sent some out to me ages ago and I had to buy my own because Eddie kept stealing mine. But thought I'll do a bit of a cook up in the backyard and test out this rotisserie. And we got this new baking rack. You take the top off it and you can put meat, chicken, just about any sort of thing in there and cook it up. Hey Grant, how are you, mate? Glad you can see me. I hope I'm not breaking too much up. I'm just using the Wi-Fi from in the house, so hopefully it's working okay. And I could stick my Starlink up, but I haven't used it for a few weeks. I've had a few months free with it, and hopefully next weekend I'll be able to get out and go camping somewhere. We're going to try and pick somewhere where there's no phone reception or anything and see how the old Starlink goes. I might do a bit of a video, but there's 5 million videos on YouTube at the moment with people showing you their Starlinks. But I was talking to, I can't think of his last name, Paul. I can't think of he's camping out at Damn Crazy. He was in shopping in Woolies on Saturday when I was working and said g'day to me. if you're watching this video, how you going? He said it was bloody hot down there. He decided to go for a bit of a drive around the local area and check out some of the sites, and he come into Woolies and I seen him walking past me and I thought, bloody hell, I know that bloke, and it's amazing who you see. I've never met him before, shook my hand, had a bit of a yarn with him, and he was on his way, but he's camping down at Hidden Gold Homestead. I was watching the Feel Good family, well, I wasn't watching them, he pointed it out to me the other day. They were there, who knows when, a few weeks ago or something like that, and they put up a video from Hidden Gold Homestead, and they had the drone flying over the top of the van and flying down over the campsite. And I'll tell you what, I could not get over the amount of water that's out at the Occy Peterson Dam at the moment. I think it's at 105% capacity. It's really great to see, but it's actually really dry around Kingaroy again at the moment. We've had a few showers, but the rain sort of disappeared. Yeah, I think that's the trouble with that Starlink. Grant just put up a bit of a thing saying it was dropping in and out. It seems to, I've noticed, I did a bit of a live feed there with Starlink with Rob when we were camping out at Chinchilla there a few months back, and it just seems to have that little latency, like a drop in and out occasionally, and you lose your picture and your sound there for a few seconds all the time. I don't know whether it's because he's using the GoPro. I've got 4 GoPros, and the latest ones like the GoPro 9 and the GoPro 11 I bought, you can connect to the internet with them. I've never tried them because they're only a small device, and I just don't think the hardware inside them is good enough for streaming really good quality video. They take good videos, they have their problems, as Phil has pointed out, with overheating and things like that. But for what I use them for, just for doing 10-minute recordings and then turning it off and doing other recordings, it suits my purposes. I've never had any trouble with them, and most of the gear I've got, especially with my camera mounts and things like that, it's all made for GoPro, so I didn't really want to go out and buy another camera. I did think about buying the new DJI Osmo 3, Action 3. Maybe something down in the future I might get, but at the moment the old GoPro 11 is going to do me. There's 10 people on there. If you put up a comment, I'll give you a shout out, but I wish you had smell-o-vision on this. We've got a bit of butterflied lamb going in there, and I've got some rubs that I got off a company in New South Wales, I think they are, Barbecue Spit Rotisseries. They watched one of my videos and seen I was doing a bit of cooking over charcoal and stuff like that, and they contacted me and said, would you be interested in doing a video for me? And they said, just let us know what sort of equipment that you use, and is there any accessories that you've been looking to try out. And I had the Osspit, and I've got just about every accessory you can get with the Osspit, but the only thing I didn't have was this little basket. And so they sent me one of those out and a few cooking rubs just to try out. So I'm testing it out today. I've been trying to do it for a few weeks for them, but finally getting to give it a go, and I'll tell you what, it looks bloody good. I don't know whether anyone else has used one of these. There's a few of those other ones you can buy. I can't think of the name of them. You see, what's his name from Fire to Fork, they have those ones that you put your meat in and it clamps in and you can hang it up around a fire and things like that. I've always thought about getting those, but never really got around to it. But I think this thing here is going to be fantastic. Should be good for cooking up a bit of fish and a bit of chicken and stuff like that, because you don't have to have your meat as thick, and it should cook up a little bit quicker. I've just got a tiny bit of charcoal, just like Pitt Brothers charcoal in the bottom of the Snow Peak fire pit there, and I've got the new Snow Peak flogger around there because it directs the heat up a lot better and gets it cooking a lot better. But absolutely fantastic. Hey Lukey Reed, how are you, mate? Yeah, I seen you on, I think you were on Phil's video there earlier, weren't you? You probably all went in for a lunch break after that one. I won't be on that long. I thought I'll just get on and do a quick live feed. I haven't done one in ages. The last one I done was with old Ed from Ed's Camping and Touring. I was his first guest on his new format that he's got on his YouTube channel, and make sure you check out his channel. It's absolutely fantastic. He's got an FJ like mine, absolutely fantastic, and it's good catching up, watching old Buck. He's been putting up a few videos on his trip around. Did a bit of a sneaky live feed the other day himself, and he put a couple of videos up flying around Newcastle and all that. And he was around Taree and Foster, Tuncurry, not Forster, as I was one of the many people that messaged him and said, stop calling it bloody 4-star, it's Foster. But there's some beautiful places around the mid-north coast. He's only just touched the surface. I hope he goes back there one day and checks out a bit more of it. There's some great spots around Port Macquarie, Cannon Haven, absolutely fantastic, great camping spots there. Southwest Rocks. It's an amazing coastline, but there's other amazing coastlines. I'm sure when he gets to Western Australia and South Australia and all those places, he'll be just amazed by all the coastlines that Australia has. Absolutely fantastic. Has anyone got any questions? I was talking about my new shirts too. They've all arrived, thanks to Brett from SMG. I've actually got one of the old style shirts on here at the moment with the new logos. You put the new Soar Adventures logo on there, and also with the black shirt which I've got inside, I'll put a photo of it. I can't put a photo up on this one because I'm doing a live feed, but just using the old GoPro, using the old iPhone 14 over there. Hopefully it's working out all right. Yeah, Grant, Bundaberg, I think, although when I was over at Bundaberg, I'll tell you what, they got 5G service over there. I've been to a lot of towns around the area, and Kingaroy has not got 5G service yet. We've still only got 4G. And I actually thought when I bought this iPhone that I would get better mobile reception, but I'll tell you what, it's bloody worse. I'm lucky to get 1 or 2 bars inside the house here, and I'm only 2 k's from the centre of town, and they've just put up a big new mobile tower, so hopefully they get the 5G going. I mean, we went to Chinchilla there a few weeks back, and they had 5G there. I've been to other towns, they've all got 5G, but for some reason Kingaroy's only got 4G. And like I was just saying there a minute ago, we went to our father's down at Taree there. He lives about 2 k's from the centre of town, and he cannot get mobile service. I can't ring him on his phone ever, hardly, when he's inside his house. He has to use Wi-Fi calling. It took us forever to get broadband put on in his house. Just had so much trouble getting it connected, but he's got it there now, and he enjoys all his Netflix and YouTube and all that sort of stuff. Hi Anthony, how are you, mate? Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, just a bit of a Sunday, how you going? And just thought I'd catch up with you and say I haven't been putting a lot of videos out. Some of the videos I've been putting out lately are stuff I've done late last year. I think the one I put up the other day when we were at that little creek was one of the ones I did way back in the end of September last year down at Yarram, and we stopped at a farm stay down there, Hidden Pocket Creek camping, I think it was called. Absolutely fantastic, and it was right after all the rain that we actually had that filled all our dams and everything up, and she was pretty muddy. I had to nearly got the old FJ bog going through the paddocks down there, dragging the trailer down to the camp. Down on the campsite area was beautiful, but it was going through the paddocks. But absolutely fantastic spot. It was one of those hip camp spots that you find. I did notice Buck sort of saying there the other day that a lot of the hip camp spots that he's noticed down along the coast there are real expensive, and they are. Like we noticed that when we were down there as well. But once you get inland a bit, get away from the coastal areas, you do find a lot better places with a lot more reasonable prices. So hopefully when he's travelling around down around South Australia and Western Australia and that, he'll find a lot more reasonable spots to camp as well, and a lot more free camps. We did notice that ourselves when we did our outback trip. Once you get out of New South Wales and Queensland and get into the Northern Territory and all that, There is so many great camping spots, free camps, camping at showgrounds, all that sort of thing that you can stop off. They are a lot busier now though, because the camping and caravan market has exploded over the last 2 years. We've noticed it, like a lot of the places we go to that hardly anyone ever went to, they're all booked out now, they're all flat out. You've really got to book ahead. Anyone going away for Easter? Hey Landy Smurf, how are you? Getting all ready for Buck's visit down there? I hear there's some parcels coming your way, mate. Keep an eye out for them. I see Buck mention a couple of things he's getting sent down for his caravan to you. I think I've still got that footage I done up at Buck's event, Landy, too. I forgot I had it. I had it on an SD card there with a bit of a walk around I done around your Land Rover. I'm going to try and get that together too, and just get that little bit of a video put up. I just did a walk around old Landy Smurf's Land Rover that he drove all the way up from Tassie when he went up to the Buckaroony event last year in 22. But hey Robin, how are you, mate? You got, what's Terry, bloody asleep, Robin? Or is he going through your cookbook trying to find some recipes? Hey Shane, how are you, mate? Yeah, the Smurf strikes again. I'll tell you what, I can see this, it's bloody cooking up beautiful over there. I'm going to have a video on this as well once I've done a bit of shooting on the old GoPro, and I'll have a bit of a video up about this cook up, and hopefully I'll have a few more cook ups. I've got another piece over there that they sent me out, and also, while I think of it, I am using it, Terry. I've got your chopping board out here. I'm going to be using that later on. If you're after a great chopping board, any of the logos, or if you want something put on it of your own, make sure you check out Terry G. He's absolutely a master. I see he did one the other day with Phil's logo, my logos, the Wanderers logo, and I think Rob from Australian Camping and Four Wheel Drive's logo on it as well. So that was fantastic. Suppose everyone will be sitting down watching the footy or something tonight. I'll tell you what, the old Dolphins have been going okay. I'm actually toying with the idea of actually going for a Queensland team and going for the Dolphins. See if that changes their luck, eh? I go for the Sharks normally, but I thought I might go for a Dolphin instead. It's still sort of related, isn't it? So I might give it a go and go for a Queensland team, but I'll probably still go for New South Wales and the state of origin though. You've got to have a bit of fun. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, Ian's getting uppy. Oh, you're in the Hunter, are you, bloody Landy? I thought you were down in Tasmania. I did not realise that. A running joke. Well, I got that completely wrong. So, Winnie's running around here somewhere. I'll whistle her up and he's looking for her.
Winnie.
Winnie, where are you? Come here. Winnie.
Something over in that garden.
Here she comes. Here comes Winnie. Come here. Come here and say hello. Say hello to everyone.
Ask everyone, do you look fat in your...
Does Winnie look fat? I took her to the vet the other day, and the vet told me she's got good heart, good teeth, good lungs, but she needs to go for a walk. I don't think she's fat. She went for a 4K walk this morning, and she absolutely loves going for a walk, don't you, Winnie? Yeah, you going to wag your tail? Thinks she's in trouble. But, yeah, we got up this morning at bloody 5 o'clock and took off and went for a walk for about 4.5 Ks, so I can do with it too, lose a bit of weight off this belly. I've been putting it on a bit. Hey Dean, how are you, mate? Go throw a bucket of water over him, Robin. Sounds like Terry's asleep. He probably had to go to sleep after watching Phil line up in the top of his Bundy top or whatever he was. What did he say? He got in trouble for calling it the wrong name. But yeah, we're hoping to go out next weekend and go camping and test out a few things. Haven't been able to get out. It's like I said, it's been too bloody hot. I must be getting soft in my old age. Like I used to be able to go out and not worry about the heat, but we've got a new awning that old Jason from Crazy Dog made for our rooftop tent. Just a new shade thing that he designed up, and we want to test that out. We haven't been able to test it out. We had a family funeral we had to go to, and I took the teardrop with us there a few weeks ago. We had to quick weekend getaway. Like it was pretty rushed. We were travelling for 2 days and pretty well just camped overnight and went to a funeral and then jumped back in the car and drove all the way home in 1 day. So just a bit of a rush trip, but you got to do that sometime. Yeah, Robin, I normally try and walk Winnie most afternoons, normally around 5:30 in the afternoon, just before we go to bed. We put the lead on and go for a walk down the street and do a couple of Ks. But it's just been too hot. Yeah, so Landy's not far from you, do you know? Yeah, I didn't know that. I always hear on Buck's live feed that he's from Tassie or something, and I don't know where I got that. It must be a running joke or something. So something I've missed. Didn't really know that, but oh well. Maybe the package isn't going to you then. It's going to, might be going to someone else. But oh well. I've got to go do a few more things now. But I've got 14 people on there. Oh, Terry, you're awake now, mate. I better stay on a bit longer. I'm just doing a bit of a cook up, mate. I'll tell you what, it's going all right. The veggies look like they're browning up, and I can hear it sizzling, and the old lamb's going pretty good over there. Should be pretty good, I think. Always wanted to use one of these racks on the rotisserie, because normally we put like a pork roast on there or something and put the prongs into it, and takes forever to cook because you've got to try and heat it right up through the centre. But being able to put a smaller bit of meat in there that's a bit flatter, I think it's going to work out really well. How's your fire pit going, Terry? I'm just using my Snow Peak one. I gave Terry the old, I had a spare fire pit, so last time we were camping, I said to Terry, oh, I don't need 2 of them, so you can have the other one. I might have a bit of a giveaway too when I release this other video on this thing here too. I've got a thing over there, I'll just show you, I'll announce it on here. So the guys from Barbecue Spit Rotisseries, they sent me out that, and they also sent me out one of these, but I actually had one already. And that's it there. It's actually a little roasting container that you can put on the spit as well. Got to find the right end that you can pull off. It jams on there, and you put all your food on the inside there. So you can put chicken in there or roast veggies, stuff like that. Chips, cooked chips in there if you want to. And just put it on the end of the rotisserie. We've done heaps of things in it. And but they sent me one out, so I don't need 2. So I figure I'm going to give this away as a prize giveaway. It's brand new, never been used. If you've got an Ozpit or if you've got a rotisserie, I think that bar's about, looks about 15mm round. So it would go on any rotisserie with a round rebar through the centre of it. But going to give it away as a prize. I haven't worked out how I'm going to do it yet. I think what I'll do is to cut out all the rubbish and everything, I'll do one of those random comment pickers. That way it'll be fair. And so all you got to do, watch the video, make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe, and leave a comment. And I'll hit that random comment picker thing and let it decide the winner. That way it'll be all fair, and I'll just report it when I'm doing it. But yeah, that is a carback kitchen, Landy. I bought it, one of my first setups when I bought the FJ. I decided, oh, we'll have that in the back there, and I had the fridge sitting beside it. And as your camping ideas change and that, I just decided that I didn't really need to use it, because at the time we were using the little teardrop camper, and we were using that carback kitchen as part of our teardrop camper for our cooking and all that sort of thing. But then I bought the Dot, and it's got basically the same kitchen in it, so I didn't really need to have it in the back of the car, and I haven't sold it because I just keep it covered up there. I've got a big cover that goes on it, and when we do cook-ups out the back here, I just use it sometimes for entertaining, and because the top folds out and we've got a bit of cooking utensils and stuff in there. I've got that many cooking devices, guys. I'm worse than Bart. I've got 2 Webers, I've got the little Weber over there, I've got umpteen ones of these little fire pits, I've got a Uniflame one. I should get them all out one day and do a bit of a video. Who wants to see that? Who wants to see a video on all my cooking devices and see what I think? I've even on the end of this one behind me here, you can't see it, is my little Snow Peak fire box as well. We use it all the time too with the pizza oven on the top of it. So many cooking things. I'm just reading some of the comments. So Landy wants to see a video on the all my cooking devices. Yeah, I might get them all out one day and just go through them all and tell you what I think. I must say though, my old Snow Peak is one of my favourites, but I actually took the Snow Peak out of the Dot. I actually use the Camp Cube now because we just find it's really good for putting the camp oven in, and it's got all the grill plates on it. We can cook pizzas on it. We can have a fire in it. I'm actually not sure whether Dave from Horizon Touring is still making them anymore. I did hear a rumour saying that he was getting out of them. It's a bit of a shame if he is, because they're a great product. He may still make one-offs or that for people, but I think he's sort of venturing more into all his gear that he makes for his four-wheel drive sort of accessories now for the Toyotas and Nissans and all that sort of thing that he does. He's got all these mugs. Just see he put some patches out the other day. I think he still does all the pizza trays and stuff, which you can use on anything. Check out my video I did on cooking the pizzas down at Gingerlead Riverside Camp. It's absolutely fantastic. I'm going to have a drink because I still got a bit of a croaky voice. A bit of rum and coke in there with the old ice machine. But good to see a few people on there. Yeah, Dean, you can never have too much camping gear. I mean, I'm a bit like Buck. I'm a bit of a sucker for products. Like I have got, like yeah, you might see now. I'm sitting in my Snow Peak chairs that I bought years ago. I bought these off Tofty when he had the store over there at Brendale. Same with the old Jacaro table, and I've got a lot of the Snow Peak gear. I actually love these little Snow Peak director chairs. Like they fold up, they're really light. They fold up really well, and they're a little bit higher than the other Snow Peak chairs that I originally bought off Tofty. That's why I got these. But we sometimes just throw these in the car just for when we're travelling around because they are so light. I have got the, we bought 2 of the Drifter Stockton collapsible chairs. I do like those as well. They fold up a lot smaller. They're a bit like those chairs you buy that you buy from Kmart and that you see everyone have at sporting events and things like that, but they're a little bit more solider and a bit better built. They are a bit more like the Snow Peak chairs, but the Snow Peak chairs were always made for the Japanese market, and the seats were only about this high off the ground. They're all right for people with short legs like me, but if you're a bit taller, they were very hard to get up and out of, whereas the other chairs that the Drifter Stockton ones, they're a bit more this height when you sit in them, so they're a lot more comfortable to sit in. You wok fits in it good too. What do you mean by that? My wok? Yeah, my wok does fit in the Camp Cube, if that's what you're talking about. We did that cook up at another camp spot where we were cooking, sitting the wok over the top of the
Yeah, you're right.
Camp Cube. We were using the same post, but we were using the hillbilly camp gear. That's some more camping gear. We got the old hillbilly gear. I might pull it out and do a few more videos on it as well. But I've got so much camping and cooking gear. Annie's standing in the background there, and she's absolutely salivating at the mouth at the smells coming out of all this. It looks like it's cooking up really well. The veggies, and we were a little bit worried whether they're going to cook, but you can actually see them. They're roasting up really well. Winnie's into something out in the garden out there, probably a frog or something.
Move it.
You can hear Annie in the background getting up.
Move it.
Move it, move it.
No, I'm just frightening a big bloody snake over there.
Yeah, has anyone seen any snakes? We haven't seen any around here. We have had some snakes around the yard here in the past, a couple of brownies. A lady at the back there, she had a big old tank in her backyard and they had to move it. And when they lifted up, there was a bloody brown snake under it about 4 metres long and about this round. I don't know what happened to him, but you could probably guess. But yeah, he was absolutely massive. I'm glad I wasn't there for that one. The biggest one I had was that little one that we found when we were travelling down to that Jindalee River camp down in New South Wales. So who else have I got on here? I bet there's 26 people on there. Old Ed, how are you, mate? I saw a trouser snake this morning. What were you camping with old Nas, were you? I heard about you too. I see you down there on the Murray River there the other day, Nas. Ed, it looked bloody beautiful, mate. I'm really going to have to get down there one day, mate, and we'll have to do a camp up somewhere. Murray River is something it's a place we really want to go and visit. We've been there once, and we basically just drove through one of the towns and we seen the Murray River, and then we headed off to the next one. I think we were making our way down to the Great Ocean Road. We went through Bendigo or somewhere like that, or somewhere down that way we went. Had a bit of a tour down there a few years ago. Freddie Boots is on there. JJ, what's cooking? A bit of lamb, mate. A butterflied lamb. I've got some. Anne might run up and grab the rub, and I'll show you what the rub we put on it. But we've got some veggies and a bit of butterflied lamb. Just got it cooking over a bit of charcoal. It looks like it won't be far off being cooked, so I don't know how long I've been talking. I don't know how much battery my phone's got left on it either, so if it cuts out, sorry about that, guys. It was only at about 45% when I started off. I'm actually using, I put a photo up on social media the other day, my new vlogging rig, and that's what I was talking about. I bought a product off Snap Mounts and it holds my phone perfectly. Great for doing these live feeds on the old iPhone 14. One Tree Beach camp, it was fantastic, but no facilities. That's the sort of camp I like, Ed. I'm not into, when we travel around, I know Buck's been camping at a lot of caravan parks because that's all you basically have when you're sort of doing that coastal area of New South Wales and sort of making your way down that way. But when we go off, we try and find those places that are a bit out of the way or somewhere in the bush. I mean, we've got all the gear for camping off grid. We've got solar. I can have me cappuccino machine now in the old FJ if I want to. We've got plenty of power in the old Dot, so we don't need to have toilets or showers or anything like that. We've got all that we can take with us. But yeah, that's one of the rubs they sent me out. That's the rub we put on the lamb that Barbecue Spit Rotisseries sent out to me. Yeah, make sure you check out their website. They look like they got some great gear on there if you're into cooking and barbecuing and stuff like that. Absolutely fantastic, and they're pretty reasonable priced. I think they've got an Easter sale on at the moment. I was on there today just checking out some of their products because I was looking to see if they had any more products to go with the Ozspit. Just thought I'd check them out and might treat myself to something else, but sound a little bit quiet. I'm not sure I'm the phone sometimes doesn't pick up the sound. I did think about plugging in the Rode mic to it. It's probably picking up a lot of the bird noises and stuff like that, but hopefully it's not too bad. I'll try and talk up a little bit more so you can hear me, eh? I get a bit quiet sometimes. Not like me, I'll have a drink. Like I said, we've been getting over a bit of a cold, and Winnie's running around here, but looking forward to getting out camping. Hopefully that's a little bit better. If I'm talking up a bit, just let me know.
Oh, I lost a sweet potato.
How many barbies have I got? I was just talking about that, JJ. I've got too many. I've got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got about 8 or 9 that I can think of off the top of my head. I just said I'm going to do a bit of a video about all the cooking devices I've got. I might show them all, and I've got a great big Weber down the back there. I've got the mini Weber there, the little tiny one. I've got the one with the charcoal. That's not a Weber, that's just one of those cheap ones you buy from Bunnings for like 69 bucks. But I'll tell you what, it cooks up bloody good. I thought about buying an expensive Weber, but that one does the job, and I'm just using my Snow Peak fire pit here, mate. So, Freddie Boots says he's got the TV on full bore. Oh, well, as long as you can hear me, I'll try and improve the sound next time I do this. I'll plug my little Rode mic into the camera, because I think if you turn the camera around the opposite way and flip the camera around, the mics pick up better when you're using the other side of the phone, but the cameras are better on the back side of the phone for some reason. So I might try that next time, but I'm going to get off now, guys, because the meat's just about cooked. I'll grab the phone and give you a closer look at it, eh? The good thing about this little system, I can move this phone around. You can probably hear me better now. Have a look at that.
Oh no, it's a potato. We lost a potato and a sweet potato.
We're losing a bit of veggies, but they're shrinking down and slipped out, but there's still plenty for us there to eat. But looks absolutely amazing, doesn't it? I'll sit that back up there. Oh well, guys,
You won't be able to save them.
thanks very much for tuning in. If you want to see more live feeds, just let me know and put a comment up or something like that. I'll try and do a bit more. If you've got any thing you want talked about, any discussions, or how we do our camping and all that sort of thing, I'm quite happy to talk about all that. But I'm going to go mix myself another drink. I'm going to go get some stuff ready, make up some gravy and that to have with this roast, and I'll put a few photos up on social media so you can have a look at them. But yeah, thanks very much for watching. Don't forget, if you want to get any shirts, I know Freddie Boots has got a couple of shirts off me, Terry G, Phil Demiano, Lewis over in Perth got a couple of shirts off me. You know, thanks very much, guys. I appreciate your support. I'm not making anything out of these shirts, guys. All the money I charge for them is what it cost me. I think they were like $37 each, plus all the postage and all that sort of thing. So I think they work out about 15 bucks. So I think they work out about 50 bucks. That's just what, because Brett posts all the shirts out from his business. So if you do want one, just contact Brett at SNG Sports. I think it's Brett at info.smg or something like that. I'll put a comment in the description on this video so you can, or a link so you can have a look at it if you do want to get some, but just contact him. If you really get stuck and you can't get hold of him and you want me to try and find them for me, just let me know. But absolutely, this is my older style shirt with the new logos on the back. The other black shirts I think are absolutely fantastic. They're the ones that I've sent out to a few people. So, you know, thanks very much. I'll see you on the next one, and cheers. Stay safe, look after each other. Have a great Sunday afternoon. Hope your footy team wins. I hope you have a beer. I hope you're having a great meal, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers, everyone.